We've got to say the magic word.
Brad, you choose the magic word. Last time you said butter.
Penis.
No.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And we're back once again. We've done it 4 pods.
And we are live. We are literally on most platforms now.
We are now, yeah, we did it. Only took us
7 years.
No, it took us like a week because I couldn't do YouTube and then I did YouTube, but we figured it out.
We did figure it
out. We've done it now.
We've
Got some reels out, some real funny humdingers.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, which I did actually cry to, but then I showed someone and they didn't think it was that funny.
Should we tell them why this is only the 4th one?
No, we're not telling them about our problems.
Technical issues anyway.
We had technical issues.
So we got the new mics, as you guys know. We figured it all out. We were like, we've got this podcasting shit down. Told you about episode 3, where we recorded it 3 times. We did a podcast not too long ago, and we were like, yeah, cool. I went to go edit it, and Bradley was stupidly loud, and me and Tom were like mouses.
Yeah,
Mice. Mouse.
Mice.
We were like mice. We were so quiet. Turns out we didn't turn our mics up, but Brad did.
No, but mine was on 5. I had to turn it up. You heard it just then when we recorded.
We had this discussion. We asked our iPhones to record something at a lower quality, or a lower sound. It did. You asked your Samsung to record something at a quieter sound, and your Samsung went, nah, bruh.
It's like, you have a booming voice and I shall put it out to the world.
I hated it. But anyway, less of that, more back to the fact that this is episode 4. It's not episode 4 again, it's a brand new one. We're not redoing it again.
No.
Because I'm done with that. If the pod goes wrong, it never gets done again. That's how I feel about it. Yep, that never gets done. Fuck him.
Oh.
Why does he have to be like this?
I don't know. He's just,
If anything, they're probably finding this really entertaining because they can see the development of Casual Chaos.
Yeah, and these guys are trash. I love it.
Yeah, that's the
We have no idea
point.
what we're doing. We literally one day we sat in the office and we went, guys, we're really funny. We should do a podcast. And we're like, everyone does that.
And then 1 year later, we decided to do it.
We did it, yeah. Literally, it wasn't too long, about 6 months. But yeah, we were literally, we could do it. Found out you need microphones, you need accounts, you need more than, you need RSS feeds.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to know about podcasts and you think these guys have got it sorted, go to someone else. Because we have no idea what we're doing.
This, we'll be like,
stay.
Porsche.
Oh, then come to us then, yeah. Give us like a year, then ask me how I did it.
Just
a year?
stay.
10 days.
I beg of you.
Please. We need more followers.
Right, what's today's topic? Who is bringing up a topic for discussion?
Oh, you can't be the good one, Brad.
What? Childhood nostalgia.
Childhood nostalgia.
Things
Things that make you go, oh, do you remember doing that as a kid?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Well, so I remember, it's always got to be the snacks, because when you're a kid, you just come home from school and you're like, snack. And then you won't, what?
No, sorry, it's just...
Funny?
Yeah.
Something funny, my boy?
Yeah, I'll watch this.
I'd watch this. You do, you're already a subscriber and watch it.
Oh, thank God.
You just sit there like, these guys are hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's me.
I
recognise that
actually
guy.
watch when I was washing up the other night. I just put the episode.
We've gone off on a tangent, gentlemen.
This is good.
Gentlemen, we're just promoting our own pod to ourselves.
There we are,
to our own channel.
We're great.
Doesn't work.
But on the topic of snacks,
yeah, like childhood snacks.
What reminded me of it is when we was actually having the episode of, celebrity snack useless item. The snack that you brought up being dairy Lunchables,
because they're still as good as they were when I was a kid.
That's what I remember having as like when we went to like art studios or something with like little days out.
When you're at school and your mum would pack you like a mega lunch. It wouldn't just be your standard crisp and a sandwich.
This lunchbox.
Yeah, you get like the lunch of all lunches to destroy the other lunches.
Yeah.
For me, I was fixated on trying like the newest and craziest drink, and the one that I remember, just because it acted as a bit of an ice pack to your lunchbox. Do you remember Ribena being in a squeezy packet?
What, like the Capri Suns?
It's like a Capri Sun, but there was
they
no
were
straw
originally
involved.
just the
is it the
cardboard
thicker one?
Somewhat, yeah. Imagine like it was like
a little twisty top.
Yeah,
squeezy top.
Right in the centre.
I think I do. So it looks like looks like the Capri Suns that are out now.
I just remember Capri Sun as being. Oh no, you're
the
right.
ones now.
Yeah, you're right.
So they don't come with the straw, or they do, but they don't. They come as like the meal deals.
Yeah. No,
I think
you're absolutely
right.
These things were like little pillows that I always found on the right hand side of my lunchbox, alongside with all of the, the 1990s snacks and everything like that. And then moving on from that, I had like.
You're old.
But quick question.
Right,
quick question. Ribena does not taste as good as it used to. Ribena.
But then that's the same with Sunny D.
Sunny D was a myth and never existed.
What are you talking about?
You can't find it now, can you? It's not on the shelves anymore.
It turned everyone orange.
Is it on the shelf still?
So ginger.
Yeah,
no, they don't do the big one. Sorry, did they?
Oh no, not like
the one
that reminds me of like what you see in an American sitcom.
Yeah,
like they make this gorgeous American breakfast spread, and like, I've got to catch the bus. And you're thinking that,
and then grab a bit of toast and walk away.
All those pancakes and the bacon and the eggs, and it's just like gone to waste.
Yeah, and they always come downstairs this banging spread of like everything you can want: pancakes, waffles, everything. And they come downstairs and grab one bit of toast and fuck off.
Yeah, they've got to go to school.
Who ate that?
Well, the mum,
probably the mum. Yeah.
The mum.
Do you think that's why they do it? Oh, I made this for the kids. And then obviously they bugger off to school.
Like, but whatever she was on, she looks good.
Was that like like Pilates? Or do you reckon it was
Keto
like the OG Ozempic, which was just cigarettes and brandy or martinis?
What are you saying? Have a lovely day at school. Yeah. I'll get absolutely wasted.
Yeah.
Going back onto snacks.
Sorry.
Turkey Twizzlers.
Jamie Oliver, I will never forgive you.
That was like a school lunch dinner staple.
Yeah. Or
that and the little square bits of cake. With
a
little bit of custard.
Yeah.
Or do you remember the rice pud? And it had the rainbow sprinkles in it. Oh my god, you never get rice pud like that anymore.
No.
God, I love a bit of pud.
Because it's got so many things in it that are banned.
You like a bit of pud, don't you?
I love a bit of pud.
You love a bit of pud.
Oh mate,
love a bit of pud.
Oh, just a little bit of pud.
Oh, just a little bit of pud.
Oh, I love it.
We're doing it again.
Welcome to Casual Chaos.
So we're going for childhood snacks. Like, got to be stuff at school. Like, as you got older, like the food got, I say better, but like we went to the same school and we had the paninis and the pizza slices, but they wouldn't be pizza slices. They'd make it on a massive tray bake and you get pizza squares or pizza rectangles.
For me, for 35p, it was just an English muffin cut in half with tomato sauce and cheese, and it was just a little pocket pizza.
Oh,
they were great. Like, I probably had an allowance of £5 a week.
Yeah.
And
all right, money bags.
What about you? You were fitting carpets when you were 2, weren't you?
Yeah, boy.
No. That whole house was covered in the track carpet.
Oh, that's so good.
There's Hot Wheels.
I wanted that as my carpet for so long.
I got the rug.
But
that was about it.
I wasn't happy with it.
No, because it kept on curling.
Yes. What? No one can see what I'm doing.
The Olympic team came over every day.
Just started like trying to straighten out your rug.
I know, honestly.
Perfect.
Keeping on to the subject of snacks, there was one that crossed my mind, and this was very addictive. I think it was Maryland's that made it. It was the cookie cake bar.
I never had that.
No, I thought you were going to say like just the mini packs of Maryland's they brought out, and you could do 4 packs.
No, because being a dad, my little one lives on them personally. They've changed it up by creating like birthday cake flavors and all that, which according to her is not the best.
Oh.
But no, this thing was like a loaf, a tiny loaf in a red packet. And it was a cookie cake bar or something like that. Oh man, there was a reason why I got big.
Do you remember the Jaffa cake lunchbox things? And it would be like it would come in like a pack of 5, like one every day for school. And we'll have to put a picture up, but they were about that big, and they were literally like little tubs. And you took off the top and it had like mini Jaffa cakes, like 5 or 6 mini Jaffa cakes.
That's the one where you had to snap.
Yes, you snap it. Yeah, so come in and you snap it. I don't do them anymore.
Those.
They were so good.
I don't remember them. I just had like the little box of.
I say
Do
shand.
you remember like the white chalk sticks that you could eat? Like the little
Oh,
sweets?
and then my mum didn't let me have them because she thought they were like cigarettes promoting.
Yeah, it was great.
But then speaking of that, do you remember the chocolate cigarettes you could buy from the corner shops?
Oh,
Yes.
man, I felt like a bad man.
Yeah. But real bad
Bad
man.
It wasn't tasty chocolate though.
No, it was the worst chocolate.
Yeah,
it was
it was
really
horrible.
powdery,
No,
wasn't
I
it?
had the paper in between my teeth.
And it was meant to. Yeah, it was meant to. it was meant to be like edible paper.
It wasn't.
Boy, that was
Yeah, it
A4
wasn't,
wrapped
yeah.
up in a bit
I
of
swear
chocolate.
one of them had the Daily Mail. Like,
Yeah,
written across
The
it.
Sun, page 3 wrapped round it.
Mate, at that age, I would have been like, they'll go straight in my basket.
Yeah, it's going straight
That
underneath my
was-
pillow.
That was back in the day when we wasn't paying for Fredo's mortgage.
Oh, don't. Well, that's another thing I want to talk about. Do you remember when you used to go, like, your nan or something would go, oh, here's like 20p, here's 50p, go to the shop, get some sweets, and you come back
Yeah,
with your hands full.
Oh,
you
my
would.
word.
You really would.
Pockets, hands.
You're like, mate, you go there,
Yeah.
but I was trying to explain to my little one, I was like, we used to go to a caravan park every year because we had family up that way. And there was a little, like, shop on the thingy.
Yeah.
And we used to get given pocket money for, like, cleaning and stuff when we were little. And obviously, it wouldn't be much. It'd be like £1 or £2 for the week. Like, you've done your cleaning, you've cleaned your room, you've helped me with the dishes, you've helped, whatever. We go to this little corner shop or this little, like, caravan shop.
Yeah.
And there'd be little tubs, like you kind of see now in some other shops. But they'd be like 1p a sweet. It'd be like 2p a sweet. Like, and then it kind of gradually went up a little bit. But now you're looking at like 50p for like like the rainbow sour thingies.
See, I
Double
saw
that.
something.
The thick worm.
Or the thick worm. That's like
Thick
£2
worm.
now.
Yeah. The thing I saw the other day that was quite criminal actually, because it was always in my greatest interest to have a collection of sweets, and I need something to wash it down with. So Panda Pop came to the rescue.
Oh,
Hmm.
the bubble
And they
gum
were
one.
well, bubblegum for me, it was the strawberry or the cola one.
Because the cola one hit different. It didn't taste like cheap Coke.
No.
It almost tasted a little bit like Pepsi and it's almost like Pepsi and Coke had a baby, but then they made it not so fizzy.
Yeah. Do you know, it reminded me of the ice pops, because that's another thing.
Yeah, it
The
tasted like
long
because you go to
ice
some
pops.
pubs and
Yeah.
restaurants and they say, "Well, I haven't got Coke, it's
Yeah.
cola," and you drink it. And you're like, this is carbonated, just black drink.
But I did this thing because living in where I am now, the newsagents are still there, and they did have a selection of all of these sweets. And over time, I would collect as much money as I could at a young age because I wanted one particular sweet.
Go on.
Do you remember Polo's made the fruit ones?
Yeah.
Like the fruity flavours?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Had like yellow, green.
Because there was something
purple.
like Fruit Loops or whatever they were called. Not obviously the cereal. But
No, but that's what it was like.
Yeah.
You had.
Well, they're just called like
different
they weren't called Tutti Fruities, but they're just called well, they're called Fruity, but spelled
Oh, really?
Frutti.
Maybe we may have to insert an image.
I don't know. We'll have to have a look. It's just so
Boom.
bad.
So, okay, going from snacks to sweets,
Yeah.
name one sweet that's been discontinued that you would happily bring
Discontinue. Oh, discontinue. I did not
Yeah.
know.
back. So just think of a sweet that you had in your childhood that was your
Sweet as a
go-to.
biscuit. I'm thinking of.
Because I've already got one in my head.
They still do cherry drops.
Yeah, cherry drops, yeah.
Oh, damn. Can't have that one.
I mean, you can have that. It doesn't have to be discontinued, but I'm just thinking for the purpose of bringing this up is that
So
we
mine-
can, if we had the power to bring that
It's
back.
like that nostalgic feeling.
Okay, so I don't know if mine
is.
is a sweet or not. I don't think Crazy Ganna's like it. I guess so. But do you remember the Milky Way
crispy
wafer rolls
Mate, they still sell them.
on TikTok shop?
No. BMN.
B&M.
Yeah.
All right, be right back.
Other stores are available.
Yeah.
Do they?
Or find the link below this video.
Yeah. Please sponsor us, Milky Way.
But, I mean, I've got two in mind. I always loved chocolate.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First one was the Mars Delight. Do you remember that?
What was the Mars Delight?
Mars Delight was a lot thinner than your ordinary Mars. But this thing had like... It was like Bueno. It was like the first ever Bueno that came out.
Was it like the Milky Way crisp kind of
Yeah.
situation? Yeah.
Yeah, and it came in two parts, and the packaging was like an off-white that had the word Mars on it. But yeah, when you see it, you know exactly what I mean.
I probably will know,
thing-
yeah.
That thing was amazing. I think there was a Twitter post that circulated for quite some time, thanks to a comedian messaging Mars to say,
Bring
"There's
it
a
back."
favour here,
Yeah.
bring this back." But there was one in particular, and a lot of people won't ever understand this, but when Willy Wonka came back out again with Johnny Depp in it, it hit the scene big time because they tried to replicate.
Well, they actually made Wonka bars, didn't they? They were selling. I don't know who was doing it. What company was it? It wasn't Cadbury's.
No, it was Nestle.
It was
It
Nestle.
had all
Nestle.
the popping candy and
It had
stuff.
the popping candy, and it had all the proper Wonka.
Yeah, the millionaire shortbread, everything like that.
Yeah.
And they did actually do the thing where if you find a golden ticket, you will actually...
You won money and stuff.
You won money or you
or
won
car
something.
Or,
Yeah,
it's a bit like the
absolutely.
McDonald's thing, yeah.
But they made something out of the whole collection, which I would happily get again.
Mm.
It was a square egg, and they called it a chegg.
A square egg.
Yeah, it was literally a purple tinfoil
Yeah.
with Wonka
I
on
remember
it,
this.
and it had chegg underneath it. And this thing, the moment you bit into it, had the sweetest, like, purple goo inside that was really delicious. I couldn't tell you the flavour, but it worked. It was like the consistency of Turkish Delight,
Yeah.
but it had such a sweetness to it that worked well with the chocolate that was encapsulating it. If I could ever bring that back, I would.
It'd be that.
It would be that.
How
100%.
fat would you get?
So I'm
Really
currently
big.
18 stone 5.
No, you're not. You know, it's
Double
all in his
it.
height, ladies and gentlemen. It's all in his
Double
height. What about you
That's a
then?
big boy.
Yeah, big boy.
Oh,
I'll take
damn,
all of
boy.
this.
So what would your treat you
Can
bring
you
back?
come back to me? Cause
No, because I've done mine. He's done his.
Have
It's
you
your
done
turn.
yours? What was it?
Mine was the
Well,
milky
We
one.
can.
Oh, the milky
We can
one.
go.
I mean, if you think about it, just shout it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, let me do that.
Be
can't
mindful
think
of
of
the
one.
listeners' ears.
Yeah.
Cherry John.
Because if it's something that's discontinued, then
Well, it doesn't
yeah,
have to be
I'll-
different things.
doesn't
Maybe
have
just
to
something
be.
you haven't had in a long time or you haven't seen on the shelf in a while.
Something that made you really happy.
just sweets in general. A bit of chocolate.
My
you
dentist
never had a
actually told
favourite?
me that if you're going to have anything sweet, it's better to have chocolate than sweets.
Okay.
He said obviously both aren't great because there's still got sugar in it.
That out of the two.
But he said out of the two, it's better to have chocolate than it is to have sweets because sweets are just sugar and they're just pure sugar.
I've got
They'll
one.
rot your teeth. Oh, we go. I knew it.
So, did anyone ever have the M&M bars? See, I quite liked them. The
I
M&M
think they were
peanut
too
bars
much.
were brilliant.
I think they're still out though.
I don't know. I've never seen them since. I mean, but you know, the shops that I go to are very small, and
Yeah, true.
you know, I don't have.
To be fair, I
Big
only ever
shops
see
around
them
here.
in like petrol stations, but like Texaco sort of style.
Really?
Not with a Londis, but it's like the other ones, where it's like the shop and drive, where you go, well, that's really cool. Because I keep seeing the Reese's Pieces chocolate. It's always enough for £1, but then other stuff in there is like £6 for like a bottle of water,
No,
and you're like, it's like services money. But I know it's service, but it's like,
Mm.
yeah, it's like they've raised the prices.
Oh,
But the shelves are always
Excellent.
stocked. Never seen anything empty on the shelves.
But for me,
No
I
one
think
can buy
nobody
it.
can
I
afford it. Yeah.
wouldn't mind having that because
Okay.
I could eat a lot of them.
How
I could
many's
eat
a lot?
of them.
Tell me when to stop.
You know when I said I'll double my weight?
I've got to 10.
Tri-
I'm on
Well,
11
join
right
me.
now.
triple.
And we just not stop it.
We're not stopping.
Oh my god.
No, because you could dip them in milk and everything. It just tastes great. It's like I used to always have peanut M&Ms with my brother all the time.
Yeah, peanut M&Ms.
We'd be gaming with each other. Like sometimes we put them in the fridge and they'd have a little bit of a different taste
I
than
get
when
that.
they're warm.
I get that.
And we'd always have them. You
Yeah.
know, it was just like something that we always shared. But when those bars came out and everyone was some
Game
milk, and
changers.
so, oh,
Speaking of
man.
milk, I know we're going back and up, we're going here and forwards. But do you remember when you used to get milk at school and it'd be like, oh, it's milk time, or you get milk with your at primary school?
Oh god.
You had the
yeah.
fridge of milk and it was like little cartons like the Ribenas.
Yeah.
They should bring that back in the offices. I'd have that. Just
In the
little-
other-
Yeah. Is this a
a
hint
little gulp
towards
of
me
milk.
by any chance?
yeah, can we get some milk for the office?
We need a fridge.
We've got a fridge.
You know.
I mean, someone's going to try and steal my milk. And I don't want you to buy me a pint of milk every day. I want little cartons.
The
Little cartons of
image,
milk.
the
Yeah.
image of I think it's like one of the hangovers where Chow is trying to catch the straw with his tongue, and he's got the little.
That'd be me behind the desk. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I pictured in my head when you said
yeah,
about the cup.
that'd be me. That'd be me.
Okay. Well, I'll try.
Thank you.
I don't think I can get a PO for that, but
Yeah, you'll
I'll see
figure
what
it.
I can do.
But we can try.
We can try.
We'll get a subscription.
So, let's talk about childhood activities. For me, where the first house I grew up in, there was a play park, obviously, around the corner. And that whole feeling of you've got to come home at a certain time. But if you convinced your parents long enough to say, everyone else is still out.
Yeah.
And it started getting dark.
And then your parents are like, well, we don't want to. It's like you feel now, and you're like, well, I don't want to feel the worst one. Or can I drive my kid home? But then obviously the way the world is now, it's like, don't go out.
And no one had a mobile phone. So
no one had a mobile phone, so you'd have to do it by sundial. Or you'd have to wait. When you were younger, your parents would come and get you, or they'd shout for you, because where I used to live in Vinters Park, I used to live in front of it was like a field in front of my house, a little field to the side of my house, and then we used to call it the second field, because it was like the second field above it, and you'd know to come home because your mum would shout out, "Dad!" and you just know. But then as you get older and you move a little bit away, you didn't come home at a certain time, and then your mum would come looking for you, and you'd be all embarrassed because your mum would be standing there like,
in a dressing gown.
Yeah, it wasn't Erith, but she,
No.
yeah, your mum would be sitting there. You'd be like, "Oh," and they go, "Oh, is that your mum?" And you'd be like, "No, I want to go home now for no reason."
For me, I was given my mum's watch.
Yes.
And I had to wear it.
Yeah. Or keep it in your pocket because it doesn't fit.
Well, yeah, that.
You'd be sitting there constantly checking it.
Yeah, but that was the thing. Like, I was into my football as well as into my bikes, and I had that fear of because I never knew the value of watches, but I just saw gold and I thought, oh my god, mum's just casually giving me
a gold watch
that she's worn ever since I've known her. Just literally
didn't know it was just a Poundland job, so you can tell the time quickly.
yeah.
You're like, this is the most precious thing on planet Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would put it within the pile of maybe jumpers, let's say, or something like that, just out of harm's way. But yeah, the whole means of checking it, making sure that the big hand has to be at 12.
Yeah, and because you couldn't, maybe you probably couldn't tell time properly, so you'd have to tell you where the hands would be.
That's right.
To make sure you're home at a certain time.
That's right.
Yeah. Or it'd always be the street lamps. As you got a bit older, you can go out, but when them street lamps come on, if I see they're on and you're not home 10 minutes after that, I will be coming to get you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's... Yeah,
all
that
the
certainly
time.
happened.
And you'd be looking at the street lamps and they go on, and you get right into a game of football. You'd be playing in the woods, you'd be doing something, and then you'd be like, oh my god, either nature reserve right on the road.
Oh no, just thinking about doing it where I was.
And
never come back.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, and then you'd literally be playing it, but the lights just come on. It's like, okay, I've got 10 minutes, like a 5-minute run from here. And then you'd be playing for so long, you get back and your mum's like, Ron Weasley's mum, like, where have you been? And you're like, I come back. And she was like, it's been half an hour, or an hour. Then you're grounded the next day.
Yeah.
And then your mates are like, oh, you come out? And you're like, no, grounded. My mum's a loser. Yeah.
I remember once when I was given a Nintendo 64 game. I think it was Pokemon Stadium.
Nice.
And I was playing it. And as I was playing it, the kid that lent me the game said, have a couple rounds of it, see what you think and all of that. And I liked it so much that I ended up lying about giving it back.
Timothy.
I got grounded for a week.
You're out of order.
But what made it even funnier, looking back upon it,
I've still got it, but
yeah,
out his pocket.
Yeah, original case and everything.
Yeah.
My mum obviously was very miffed, and she went to close the bedroom door, but my bedroom door wasn't like what doors are now. This sounds bizarre, but mine was one of those bifolding ones that was made out of PVC or something like that. Yeah. So she tried to shut it and she couldn't in her anger towards me. So in the end, in my teary state, I just went, do you want me to do it? And I just went to shut the door like that. Oh, God. And yeah, every time I see any of my friends walking past, I felt like Rapunzel.
Just like the window. Oh, no, you feel like Fiona when she's like this.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, I'm looking at the window and I have the window wide open, and I would see one of my friends walk past at the time, and I'd, Kieran,
knock for me, will you? Just knock for me.
Why?
And your mum's
Just
like,
come
get
out."
away from that window.
But
I actually used to annoy my mum that much that she'd just be like, just go out. And then I knew it. If I just kept banging on, all my friends are out there, just get out. Just go. Because I can't right now.
see, the thing is, my mum was a teacher.
Oh, so she was evil.
Oh my god, it was the whole. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, that's
It
even
just,
worse.
that cuts deep.
That's the
That
worst.
cuts deep. But going back to the outside situations, brings
What
you
did you
back
used
to
to
like,
do?
well, with my brother a lot, we used to annoy all the neighbours because we used to just play football outside the house and using like the neighbour's wall and our wall as the goals, as like the post and post was basically, that's that. And we used to do it around the corner wherever he was. But it was safer back then, I'd say, to actually do it. And there was hardly any cars coming to and from.
Yeah.
You would get them every now and then, but that's how we used to just go and enjoy our time.
Well, that's the
Just
thing,
outside doing that.
You'd be outside most of the time. Like I've got two brothers, and one of them's in secondary school. Well, they're both in secondary school now, actually. But I said like, oh, when I see him, like, what have you been up to? You've been out. Like, it's been really sunny. You've been out playing with your mates and this and that. Like, when I was a kid, we used to like go. He's one of my brothers, like in his teenager years now. So I was like, when you was like your age, I used to go make fires in the woods, which you shouldn't do.
I did that.
You used to make fires in the woods, and you think they're massive, but they're like this big compared to the fires.
I did
now.
that, and I got told off because I smell like smoke.
Yeah, well, my mate.
Same here.
Yeah, I got that. You've been smoking. But my friend, we stole some toilet roll from my house, and because we had to start a fire, and so we stuck it underneath our thing, like being in his pictures. Got a lighter, like, oh, look at me, and he brought himself a brand new Echo hoodie. And do you remember Echo? All their shit was yet white.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went down there and we met a bunch of because his brother was a few years above us, and we met one of his mates. And he was out and about, and we're like, oh, we're going to have a fire. We're really cool. So yeah, I'll come. And he had a couple of his mates with him. But they were like much older than us, but they just knew of us from like his brother and stuff. And the fire one of them was, I'm going to go home. And then he didn't go home. He went and hid around the corner of like the trees and went, oi, what are you doing? Put that fire out. And we were like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So he went, oh boys, we got to go. And he kicked this toilet roll straight into his chest. But it was on fire. It didn't set him on fire, but it literally had a massive stain. He was like, I've only just brought this for my birthday. My mum's going to kill me. Oh, God. But they don't. But as I was going back to my brothers, like, not saying they should go and kick fireballs at each other. Damn.
But get outside.
But go outside. I said, like, oh, do you like, you're going to play football outside? You're going to meet your mates. Like, we used to go, we used to do everything outside. We barely stayed at home. And if we did go at home with our friends, we'd split screen. There's none of this sit at home and talk online. Online wasn't really a big thing then.
No,
you could do it, but it wasn't like, it was more adult game or like older games and even Call of Duty. Like, it wasn't really online then. It was, but we weren't at the age where our parents would let us.
No,
so you'd sit there on split screen. You'd sit there for hours, but you'd be in the company of your friend, taking breaks, thinking about plans. What should we do next? Eating so much sweets. But they don't go out, my brothers now. They sit at home and just online.
That was the thing as well. Like, you would ask your parents, can I have a friend around? And so when we moved house and my grandparents ended up living with us, there was if I saw him today, I don't think I would ever recognise him, because I think, old age has changed him a little bit in the nicest way possible. But he was like the closest and dearest friend I had in the neighbourhood, and we had like this unwritten rule for him to come around to mine and play Time Splitters
Nice.
as like a 2-player game,
Yeah.
just to fill out the story mode. But you'll never have that these days.
No.
You'll
No.
never have a friend come round
No.
like consuming shit, and then obviously that will lead on to the sleepovers as well.
Yeah. And you stay up all night.
Stay up all night, watching Fast and Furious,
Or playing games still to the break of dawn, being told mum's coming into the room, be quiet, everyone's asleep.
and then see if you can try and watch a horror film or something like that, or or something else.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Oh, corn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corn.
It's corn.
But
I love a bit of corn.
I do love corn.
Yeah, I know you do.